Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you so much for joining me for this afternoon's episode on Eric's Life with CP. For today's part of the adventure, we're going to talk a little bit about our discussion today is basically based on social distancing. Again, so get ready to spin the wheel because that's the name of the discussion. And there's just some things that really bug me that, again, let alone we're all learning this together, but it still isn't something in the puzzle does not really meet the eye at this point. I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm really frustrated and I want to kind of stress it out and maybe just talk about it basically. So, actually, we'll go ahead and talk about it. I'm not going to get upset or mad or anything, but I'm just saying one thing is that I realize that we're all going through this together. I know that that this has been a very, very, very rough rest of the year for us. Unfortunately, I know things have been rough for all of us since March of 2020. I totally realize that. And I know none of us are liking any of this stuff, the restrictions or anything like that. I totally get it. I'm totally with you. I don't like any of this stuff at all. Um, the one, the one most deep concern that was really on my mind is basically social distancing. Um, the way I'm going to present that is that I'm not mentioning names because I never do, and I'm not supposed to do that. But I'm just going to give you an example. Is that I'm hoping come down the line, social distancing is a lot better than what it is right now. I'm in regards to social distancing. All of this is coming basically uh, from my own words. They're not coming from anybody else's words. This is basically um, just facts based on how I feel on things. I mean, everybody else's story is different, but this is basically something I wanted to open up and share with everybody, okay? And so now, because I've got quite a few interesting blogs for everybody, and I'm working on those today, but this just happened to pop up, and it continues to be something that I feel that there is a need where I want to discuss it more. And trust me, if there was something that you were concerned about, or it was something that was really bugging you and you felt that there was actually a need to talk about it, talk it out, that kind of thing, and that would basically be your topic for the day or discussion for the day. I'm not sure because everybody's choices are different. So put it that way for starters. Okay, back to what I'm discussing is basically on social distancing. Um, the way I see it, just in general, is that I feel that I'm going to make this kind of short, then that way I can move on to other things, okay? So I'm going to make this as short as a sentence as possible. I don't really want to verbally have this as just based on social distancing. Most of it is on it, but I'm trying to shorten it out a little bit so then that way it's not constant talk about social distancing because there's not really a lot to discuss about it, but there are just a few things that we have to kind of work on. And I know I know that social distancing is hard. I know they are telling us the way that we're supposed to do it. But I mean, we're all trying. Everybody is doing. I know we're all trying. We're doing the best that we're doing the best that we can do. Not everyone's perfect. I'm not perfect. You know, I'm not. You know, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes sometimes. The only thing that we can basically do when it comes to making mistakes and stuff such as social distancing is basically learn from each other. So that's basically the only thing that I can basically think of really right now. But all I can say is that probably with social distancing, it's going to take a matter of time for it to go back the way it was because with all of the confusion and all the updates and all this other stuff, nobody exactly understands what's going on. Okay, it's just the way I see it. It's like when updates change constantly, then you don't know what to do. And I'm like, okay, they give you one update, and I'm like, okay, that's the update for the day. And I say, okay, I heard that update, so I'm hoping that that's the only update for the remainder of the day. But when you get a ton of updates and they continue to change, I've had to do a lot and spend a lot of downtime and do a lot of research to figure out what is going on because I was clueless. I didn't know exactly what to do when all other updates started popping up, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do. So anyway, it has been rather frustrating for me, but I kind of figured out exactly what needs to go on and everything like that. So I'm not making a big deal out of it. As far as social distancing, I am getting better. But I know that we all make mistakes, and that's okay. Mistakes are okay, all right, because we all make mistakes, and then we all learn from them. So that's generally, basically, in general, is what I wanted to say. So and that's okay. So, like I said, we're not perfect. We're doing the best that we can. We just have to continue to hold on and be you know, okay, we'll just say we'll just have to basically continue to act normal about this whole thing. Um, if you're not sure how to social distance, uh, observe, observe and watch, and see how another person uh, does social distancing. That's how I had to learn it. So if you're not sure how to do it, uh, just stand and watch and see how everybody else does social distancing. And yes, it is confusing. It is frustrating because everyone's so used to doing things normally. I'm new myself when it comes to social distancing, so I'm learning this every single day um, in my own head, basically. So there were problems that I noticed with social distancing today. I'm not allowed to say names or anything. I'm not allowed to say who or whatever, that type of thing. So, but I'm just gonna say everyone works in their own ways. But if we all make mistakes as far as social distancing, that's okay because we learn from our mistakes and then try and correct the mistakes to our best of our ability. So that's okay. So at least we're doing our effort and all of that kind of stuff as well. So no problems there. There were just some there were just some things that I was trying to figure out on my own, basically because I wanted to learn from them, not ask questions or anything, just observe and figure out what other things I have to learn about social distancing and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just learning it over and over again like everybody else. So I'm just gonna continue to follow through and just be very cautious and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to continue to do what is necessary. So I will see you guys later on tonight for another episode. So please come back and join me tonight, and I'll see you guys tonight for this evening's episode. And I'll let you know what happens the rest of the day. Right now, it's just downtime. Right now, I'm trying to get used to this savings time thing that everyone has had to deal with today, and it's kind of a backwards day, but I think I'll get through it for the most part. And now I can actually figure out what I'm going to do the rest of the week. Pretty much it's not going to be much. There's no surprises, nothing that you can plan out, nothing that you can plan, nothing that you can do. So anyway, I'm just holding on like everybody else, basically mostly homebound and everything like that. So I'm just holding on and taking on the ride and the adventure as we all continue to work together and help each other out and check up on families and stuff. And I understand that Corona-19, I know that this virus is very, very hard for everybody. I know this is very, very, very hard. But we have to continue to work together. And if we all work together, we can make a difference. We can make things happen. Yes, I know. I wish things would change, but it's only going to be a matter of time when it does so. It's not going to happen the next day. I wish things would change, the next day to the next day, the next day. I'd say slowly come in time. I'm hoping that a lot of the stuff will go back to normal. I am just hoping that things go back to normal anytime. But it doesn't sound like it's going to, so I might as well keep my fingers crossed for that and hope and pray to God that I can handle much more of this crazy life right now. But I'm just going to have to deal with it. And even though there's these... even though I've got my challenges and all this other stuff that's going on and the virus and the whole 9 yards, I'm not gonna let anything stop me. I'm not gonna let my CP stop me. I mean, I deal with my boundaries and my challenges every day, but I'm just saying other stuff, I'm not gonna let that stop me just because other things are getting in the way. So I'll see you guys next time, and thank you so much for joining me on Eric's Life with CP. Please remember to please subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you guys next time. We'll see you tonight for this evening's video. We'll see you tonight. Bye, everyone.